compete against each other using brain power, mastery of gameplay.
Incel instinct.
And they're
Calling all fellow nerds!
The police are here to do background checks.
Dragon! Like, dragon!
Dragon my nuts.
Greetings! I am Nerdalicious.
It's a dragon.
That's fucking
We
special.
come for the heralding of a cosplay competition.
So what's cosplay?
I'm
you
gonna
ask?
cosplay
Well,
a
it's
registered
basically a
sex
compound
offender.
word of
Let me
costume
get my orange
and
jumpsuit
playing.
and
So,
let's
costume.
go.
Nerdy fancy dress.
Super villains.
I could see him being a villain.
Heroes versus villains.
When we next meet, you shall have renamed yourselves. And henceforth, from that
So the
moment
police can't
onwards,
find
and to
you.
the rest of time and the death of...
fantasy and
Sorry, for
superheroes.
fuck's sake.
Our
you're a
nerds have
wizard.
3 hours before they must present their
I'm not a
cosplay
fucking
creations
wizard.
to a panel of
You're a
expert
fucking
judges.
wizard, Harry. I'm not a fucking
hands.
wizard.
This is incredible.
The war room.
Hey,
This
what's
is our
with this
villain's
language?
laboratory.
You're a
There's
fucking
so much cool
wizard.
stuff in here.
Both teams have an identity.
I don't care where everyone that's cat.
Yeah.
Is this like a call?
I want to
And you
punch
could
kick
recruit a
every single
dinosaur
person
from
in this
history?
show.
This would be-
Except yeah.
We've been working on a dinosaur, and me and Matt are trying to hammer
a
out the
shit
plot.
drawing.
You're
Yeah.
kind of the Victorian era.
I'm steampunk, like.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking that the
We should
world
go
is
to the
just
school.
literally falling apart from the ground
can't
world.
go 100
Once we have
yards
the
within
story,
the
it should be quite
school.
easy to fit the characters into
Still
place.
call the
We don't
police.
trust world leaders
I
and
want to make
politicians
this
and all that. They've
costume
made a
so
mess
they
of them.
don't
They've
capture
caused this dystopian future.
Design better than that shit.
Yes!
I made my own furry head.
Hey, bet you didn't guess. I'm not just a physics nerd, I'm also
I'm a
creative.
predator!
I have actually written a novel.
Spark. Roach Kenny.
10 out of 10, best name ever.
Mom, go
Nothing's going on in that team.
Yo! It's the final countdown for our wannabe cosplayers.
It's the final
Will our villains pull their
countdown.
costume?
Ooh, hello.
Carrie and Kenny have come on.
Oh, it's the Back to the Future thing.
We are the
Flat Earthers.
Valiant Independence
League Evil.
Evil!
of time
Maybe
will
this is Mermaid
resonate throughout
Maybe
creators
this is
and
Mermaid
it will
Man
also
Barnacle Boy
astound. First up is Charlie Hounslow, makeup and
No
prosthetic
idea who the
artist
fuck
to
that
the
is.
stars.
Oh
my
And
god,
the
she did makeup
porno.
for the Avengers. That means she got to touch Tom.
Next is Howard Burden, a highly acclaimed TV costume designer. His credits include
Oh, he's
Red
worked on
Dwarf,
actual good
Doctor Who,
shows.
and Robin Hood.
Everything.
If the sex offender
The
wins,
judges will
I
be
will be
looking for
thoroughly
creativity,
disappointed in my own
originality,
trivial
performance.
My body was destroyed in a hideous accident.
9/11.
No,
He looks like
it's
my own
riddled
physics
with
teacher.
imperfection.
Superheroes
Are shit.
have gone the way
Anime
of the
for
dinosaur.
life.
Together, we are.
The sex offender shuffle.
Evil.
Individually, I think you stand on your own
It's a no
merit,
from me.
I am Peregrine DeVere.
I am a physics teacher.
Hello.
This evening and until the end of time.
Your costume's shit. Move on. Imagine
Performing,
thinking of Daddy
you had
Derek
your
does a
backs
segment
to
on
us
this show.
a few times. Just
Who will you
I
be
will go with
awarding
whatever
your
team
one
does not
point
include
to?
the sex offender.
Still plenty of room for evil to triumph.
For evil!
Howard,
Evil!
my point will go to Defenders of Time.
Let's go! Let's go.
A kingdom of candy.
It's weird seeing a British
Team
person say
Evil.
candy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
There will
For Defenders
Oh,
of Time.
boo-hoo.
What's a
Let
bitter
me
pill
play
to
you a
swallow
song
for
on the
Team Evil.
world's smallest violin.
The Defenders
Oh,
of Time are
the
about to
fucking
experience the
awful
sugar rush
machine.
that comes
Oh.
from winning the Nerd War.
They should
I don't have to pick someone on our own team. I don't want to have to choose someone.
I
It's
think
pretty
it's busy
scary to be
making
up against
Ted
one of
2.
us.
It's
Welcome
the day
to
of reckoning for
Game
Team
Theory.
Evil.
Good morning,
Hello,
nerds.
Internet. Welcome to Nerd
Welcome back to the
Theory.
throne
We
room.
are wondering why so many nerds turn out to be
Today-
sex offenders.
2 more of you will compete in the
Should
dreaded
have got Matt
nerd.
Patterby on this.
Yeah.
First nerd nominated by the majority of your own team and going into this week's Nerd Off is Ryan.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Just
Yes!
a real surprise.
Right.
So hurtful.
Ha.
So count. The second nerd facing this week's Nerd Off is Emily.
Not Star Wars, girl.
I'm going to go for Geek TV.
Geek TV? I don't even own a TV.
Emily. Which
loser.
category
Yeah,
will
my
you
TV's
choose
almost
for
20 years
Ryan?
old, but I still have one.
British kings and queens.
Kings and queens.
British.
Anything I
He
can
is
do
the
to
best
make it
person
happen,
on this
then
show,
I'm gonna
aside from Yasmin.
He
use
wants
my
to get rid of
wickedly
the sex
devilish way to do
offender.
it.
He is
Emily, who
the
do you pick
unsung
to assist
hero
you?
of this show.
My whole strategy for Ryan is not to give him wrong information, but too much of useless information.
Good,
That
because
is a
time is
sick
really
move.
tight right
He wants to oust the offender.
He's the real villain? You're just looking at a new one, Buster.
The old mother shot.
Welcome to the Nerd Bowl. Following the 1066 Norman invasion, who became King of England?
Your
William
mom.
I.
Correct. In 1653, who became Lord Protector of England during the
I don't remember
Republican
this episode of The
Commonwealth?
Chase.
Oliver
Yeah.
Cromwell.
Correct.
No, I think it's supposed to
Which
be, I think it's
monarch
supposed to
was
like
the
tipping
Queen's
points.
great-grandfather?
George
both basically the
the
same.
Yeah.
Second.
Incorrect. Which King of England was known as the Hammer of the Scots?
James the
Your
Sixth of
mum.
Scotland.
Incorrect. Edward I.
Yuri.
Who has served the longest as consort of a British monarch?
Xbox.
PlayStation.
Who was the British monarch when the Titanic sank in 1912?
Joe. Joe Mama.
Edward the Sixth.
Incorrect.
I thought it
George
was
V.
Joe Marshall.
To which royal house did King Edward I, II, and III? So Ryan, after that round,
to get at
you
least
scored a
5
total of 5 points.
questions.
Which Emily, your given subject is Geek TV. You have 90 seconds on that subject, and your time starts now. Which cult show that began in 1997 was set in Sunnydale, California?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Correct. What is the name of Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat?
Salem.
Correct.
I think Emily might have downplayed her TV knowledge because she really has shown that she knows her stuff about this.
In Quantum Leap, who was Sam Beckett's regular hologram assistant?
Al.
Correct. Which sci-fi series that drew upon Egyptian and Norse mythology was a spin-off of a 1994 film?
Stargate.
Correct. Played by Jerry Doyle, which character in Babylon 5 shared the name with a currant-filled biscuit?
Pass.
Michael Garibaldi. In Third Rock from the Sun, who starred as Tommy Solomon?
Pass.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Barry Norman's final series as host of the BBC's film review programme was in which year?
77.
Film 98. Astronaut John Crichton was pulled into a wormhole in which 1998 series produced
Red
by
Dwarf.
Jim Penn. Correct. In a Simpsons Halloween special, which Star
What a
Wars
cult
actor
show.
reads Edgar Allan Poe's poem The Raven?
Harrison Ford.
James Earl Jones.
The voice of Darth Vader.
Which of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was usually armed with nunchucks?
Michelangelo.
Correct.
Yes!
I'm
She got
afraid
more
the time
points!
is up.
Get
Emily,
fucked, child
I can
offender
confirm
or sex
you
offender.
scored
Don't fuck
6
the sex
points.
offender.
Which means, congratulations, you have won this week's Nerd Off.
Yeah, baby! That's what we're waiting for. That's what it's all about.
What do you mean?
Unfortunately, Ryan, you didn't answer enough questions
Fuck
I'm
correctly.
back to the prison.
And your
Fuck you,
time
sex
at an
offender.
advantage.
You're so funny.
Yeah. They'll still
Good
recognize
luck,
you.
Ryan. Well done.
Doesn't matter if you're a mask or not.
You can see that ball spot from a mile
I'm so
away.
sad to believe in the team.
fuck
doing
outta
it
here.
against
Get
me.
the fuck
That
out.
just makes
Go
it so
back-
much harder to
just
swallow.
Go back to the preschool. No, where do that child? Oh, they killed him. Now they don't have to bring him to prison.
That's gotta hurt.
That was the second episode of King of the Nerds.
Debbie's in a spot of hot water and
I'm
she's
gonna be
struggling
honest,
to clear her
it
name.
was
That's
much
on brand
better
new
than the
Yonderland
first one.
tomorrow at 8. And
Yeah,
you can see the
much
series
better.
so far
Yeah,
with Catch Up TV. And coming
we-
up next on
welcome
Sky
and
One,
so
the crew of
stay
the
tuned
Nathan
for
James
episode
are in
3.
for an emotional trip home.
I'm nothing much
in brand
better,
new
so
The Last
goodbye
Ship.
and fuck you.